What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today's video is going to be a really quick install. It should take roughly 30 minutes, maybe an hour if you have some type of difficulty, but it's a really short, quick install. I'll be installing the Kartboy rear diff crossmember bushings. They come in a baggie like this. There's 6 pieces. There's a small piece here. You have a larger piece and kind of a really small piece like that. This will sit between the frame and the crossmember. There'll be a plate on top of it, then there'll be the crossmember. This piece sits on the bottom side of the crossmember. This will make more sense once I show it to you, so let's hop down on the bottom side of the car and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, before I get started explaining where the bushings are at and all that stuff, let's talk about the tools you're going to need. You'll need a ratchet, a breaker bar, a 12mm socket, 17mm socket, and of course the trusty torque wrench. Make sure you get everything torqued back down to factory specs. Alright, if you're crawling directly under the rear of the car, you have the trailing arm right here. And if you move on up just ahead of that, you have right here, this is what is called your rear diff crossmember. There's bushings in here, and that's where the inserts are going to go. This will be your 17mm bolt you remove, and then you have 2 12mm on each side. This piece will drop down, and then this piece will also drop. There is a small washer piece on the top here that we're going to take off and set on top of the top bushing, and then we'll simply put everything back together. I also would recommend having a jack or something just high enough to hold this during reinstallation, but you'll see that in just a second. Alright, we're going to start with our breaker bar, just to make sure we don't do anything weird to our ratchet. So, it's a little tight. It's nice and loose. Make sure we clean these bolts off before reinstallation. Alright, so I have my jack set just barely touching this crossmember here, just so when we take this bolt out it doesn't fall down, land on my e-brake line or anything. Once I get this bolt out, I can remove the jack and I can very gently lower it down to get the bushings on, and then place the jack back underneath it, reinstall the bushings. Whoopsie! Go ahead and move your jack. And it's going to slide down just a little bit. Here's the metal washer I was talking about earlier. I'm going to get a wire brush, knock off these rust spots and the dirt and grime on here, and then we'll start reinstallation. Okay, for reinstallation, we're going to take the bigger bushing like this one. We're going to set it on top. And we're going to take the plate and set it on top. Now the plate has these little fingers, if you will, that stick down, that kind of sit over where the bolt goes through, so it stays lined up like it's supposed to. Next, we're going to take the smaller, thicker bushing and stick it on the bottom, right in the void here. Now I'm going to take and press up on this arm and slide my jack back underneath it so it holds it in place. Now you'll notice with the kit that it comes with 6 pieces. You will not need this smaller thin bushing. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't do anything. So you will not need this one. You'll just need the 2 that we have installed right here. After you get your 2 bushings in, take and reinstall your plate right here. When reinstalling, make sure you do not cross thread anything, because that always equals a bad day. Now that everything is started, we'll go ahead and take our ratchet with our 17 mil and hand tighten everything. Once you're finished hand tightening everything, go ahead and set our torque wrench up and get it torqued down to factory specs. I will put the torque specs down in the description box, but if my memory serves me correct, the 17 mil is torqued to between 75 and 80 foot-pounds, and the smaller 12 mils are about 18 to 20 foot-pounds. And that's it. We'll move over to the other side, knock it out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I just got back from a test drive. With those little bit of those bushing inserts put in, it definitely feels a little bit more responsive under hard acceleration. There's a little bit less movement. Now, where my diff actually, there are 2 little studs that bolt into my subframe. I do not have those bushing inserts and or new bushings to put in those. I'm actually having a hard time finding them for 2004 Forester. So if anybody has any information on that or where to find them, drop a comment in the box below. That would be amazing. But yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. I'm really satisfied with the effectiveness, if you will, of that lockdown kit. Like I said, great under acceleration. It's only going to get better with future bushing installs that I do to it. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something out of it. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. What's up, monkey? Go ahead and tag that subscription button if you have not already, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.